This is going to be a tutorial on the curvy copter. The curvy copter is an edge-turning puzzle which turns, as you can see, like this. Next, the other thing it can do is it can jumble. You can turn the top right, then the front left, and then you can do these kind of moves. And of course on the other side, if you do this, like this, you can do this kind of move. Now I'm going to switch to close up. Here it is, and now you turn it. And the other type of jumble it can do is this kind of jumble. You can turn this, and then you can already turn this, which can be kind of weird because if you do that, you've got arms sticking out. Which I'm going to, in step 1, I'm going to explain how to get rid of them and get into this kind of cube shape. And then now I'm going to tell you how to scramble this. First we have to do is just do typical 180-degree turns like this. First, what I like to do is mix up this orange side as much as I can with mixing up this half of the cube, but without the center edges being mixed up. Now I've done with that, now I can go on to mixing up the white. Here now I can mix up the orange and one. Now I can mix the orange and the white up. I can exchange pieces, and then I have to scramble up this side. I'm going to call this a layer like this. I'm going to call it a side. Here we go, and now it's scrambled with normal moves. This is a pretty good scramble like that. Now we'll have to do mix some of these kind of jumbling moves with these kind of typical 180-degree turns. Now let's make a jumbling move here and a jumbling move here, and then a normal move on the back. You can scramble however you want. In this step, you can just do two jumbling moves, and then you have to do some. And next step for scrambling is just do jumbling for almost every move. But you still have to mix normal moves in as well. And next step is to shapeshift the cube like this. You can make arms. But be careful in this step because your curvy copter might pop, and that's what always happens with my curvy copter. But my curvy copter is pretty good as well. Still pretty good. And now I'm done with this scramble. But you have to jumble the cube up until it's almost completely bandaged. And now I'm going to explain the reason why I call this jumbling, not shapeshifting. Because shapeshifting, for instance on this 2x3x4 pressure cube, you can shapeshift, but it never causes any bandaging. But on the curvy copter, it will. Because, for example, now I can show you because some of the sides are bandaged. For example, this side cannot turn properly. See, we can turn it here, and then it barely can move. It can barely move. And also, this side cannot move at all. See that? It's because these are off axis. But on the curvy copter plus, that's another version of the cube where you've got an extra cut here, where KB has a solve on it and an unboxing video. So, and you should check that one out. It has an extra cut, and you can turn this side, and you can get a kind of pieces sticking up and stuff. But yeah. But now back to the curvy copter. This cube, for example, another side, this one's bandaged, this one's bandaged, this one's bandaged. But this one isn't, because everything's on axis. And now I'm going to go over the steps. Step 1 is return this back to a cube. Step 2 is solve the red triangle around the red center edges. What I mean by triangles are these, and center edges are these. Next one I'm going to call are the corner edge trios. These are corners, these are edges, and these are triangles. But these are technical centers. That's why I call them center edges, because they're on the edge and also they rotate like the center of a Rubik's Cube. Next step is solve the remaining triangles, which is step 4. Step 5, permeate the corners. Step 6, orient corners. So, in step 1, I'm going to go over step 1. Here we are at step 1. What we want to do is get rid of two arms at a time. Like here's an arm and here's an arm. If you've got one sticking straight up, one sticking straight down, you do this. I've got one, and then I do this. I turn it up here. And if it's back, you do this, and then turn this, and then turn it back. But in my case, it's bandaged, so what I have to do is turn one of the edges down, and turn one of the edges some of the arms away, so that I can unbandage the cube, so that I can then do this algorithm. Here, the side is bandaged, so I have to move the arms away. And if you can't move the arms away, just find another pair of arms. For example, in my case, I think these two. Anyway, so you have to turn it down, move the arms you don't need, you have to move them away. I can't turn that side. Then have to do this, and then turn this layer, and then turn it back. And now you get rid of two of the arms. And if you've got this kind of case where one is stretching straight up and one of them is stretching to the left, you have to do this. Have to bring this so that it's in alignment with these. Then I bring this up so that it's in alignment with these, and now I do this, and that brings your curvy copter into a cube. So step 1 is done. Here we are at step 2. What we want to do is find the side where all the red center edges are, and then drops it. Sorry. First, what I have to do is put them all so that the red is all on the top, like this. Then you swing one to the bottom, and swing one down, and then bring some red pieces in, and then swing it up. So you get this, I get this. This one's in orbit, and for example, this one, I'll check if that one's in orbit. It is, so I just swing it up, kind of like that should solve it. Now I'm going to go into wheel casing, where some of them are not in the correct orbit. Here's one case where you've got this, see this edge switching with this one, but not in the same orbit. So hold both of them so that they're on the top half of the cube. What I mean by half of the cube is all of this, not this. So this half of the cube should be on the top, and these two triangles should be on the top half of the cube. And then you just and they should be one on the right, one on the left. They're opposite, so you have to do right jumble. That's what you have to do, or left jumble, or whatever. And that should solve your red triangle. Sorry, the computer went off. What we have to do next is, and I'm going to go into another case. Here. If I've got this case where these two need to switch, then I do right, left, and then X. X, it means turn it like that. And then I do right jumble. And then left, and then X, I. And then I do the typical moves to put it in. And that should solve it. Here we are at step 3. What we want to do is solve the corner edge trios. So we've got a corner, we need to find a red corner in the bottom layer. If you've got none, just swing one from the top. So for example, I've got one here. Yeah, first you have to put it under your center edge to see if it's oriented correctly or not. If it's not, you have to swing it round the bottom layer like this. If it does orient, then flip your center edge if it's flipped. But if it is, then swing around the bottom layer, same direction again. And then what you have to do is, to flip your center edge, you have to move your corner away, flip the edge like this, and then move the corner back in. And that should match it up. And then you find a triangle piece. For example, here's one. You move the corner away, put a triangle in, and then put the corner back in. Then you have to find a green one. So this one, nope. So if you've got no green triangles in your orbit, then what you have to do is, you have to do some jumbling. So, first you have to always swing it up to the top. That should protect your corner so that it doesn't, so that the the part of the corner edge tree you have done doesn't mess up again. What you have to do is then do all the jumbling moves you have to do. I've done mine now. And then you have to bring the corner back down and then do the typical moving. Like this, and then swing the trio up. And now you have to do that for 3 more corners. Do 3 more corner edge trios. You have to solve all of them, the corner edge trios. Here's another case where you've got one on the top like this. What you have to do is turn the corner away, do this, and then move this piece away, then flip, then put the yellow piece back in, and then put this in. And now I'm going to explain the reason why I move this away. And that is because if I don't, the center edge will remain flipped. Now you have to continue doing your corner edge trios. You have to keep solving it until you've got all of them solved. The corner edge trio. When they're done, step 3 is complete. Here we are at step 4. What I have to do is solve the remaining triangles. What I like to do is start with white, swing a white one in, and then solve the second white piece. you sometimes do have to do some jumbling. But in this stage, it's fine which colour you jumble with. And then with the next stage, you're going to have to solve blue. But in this stage, you can only jumble with orange because orange is the safe colour. And that is because orange is on the top. We don't care if we mess up orange because we're not concentrating on orange, we're concentrating on these colours. But when all of these get solved, orange will obviously be solved. Next we have to do is do a jumbling move. You have to do right left, which is the setup, and now you have to do the jumbling move. But wait, green is not a safe colour. But in this case, you can do the jumbling move because we've not yet done green. And we don't care if we mess up green. It doesn't get in its orbit. Now blue's out of orbit, but it's fine because because we haven't solved it yet. Now I have to do this, and now I can do this jumbling move because I'm switching with orange. Now we've hurt our blue, we solve it back, and then solve the whites back, and then you solve your green. Now I'm going to go into weird cases. Here's one weird case. Here's the first weird case where you've got one edge flipping. What you have to do in that case, hold that edge so it's in the FU position and then do right jumble, left jumble, front, and that flips your edge. Here's another weird case. Where you've got two edges switching, for example, one here and one on this side. What you have to do is hold one on the front, one on the right, and then what you have to do is switch these two oranges in that case, and it'll switch these two. What you have to do is right, left, right jumble, front, right, left. Don't forget this front move, because then it will mix up the triangles if you forget it. And then, here's another case. And here is the case. If you've got one like this, then just, for example, if you've got this case, then just do this, and then do your algorithm. Do all the algorithms, and I'm going to explain what you do. First you switch those two oranges, do right, left, right jumble, front, right, left. And then there's a tree cycle, which is right, front, right, front. And that switches them around counterclockwise. But to switch them around clockwise, you have to do the reverse. Front, right, front, right. Next, what you have to do is flip this in the center edges. I've got one here that's unflipped. I said it. And step 4 is complete. Here we are at step 5. What you have to do is permeate the corners. There's 3 cases for this step. One of them is when you've got no corners in the correct place. Second case is when you've got one corner in the correct place. And third case is when you've got all 4 of them in the correct place. Now I'm going to explain how you go with one corner. With one corner, you have to hold the corner that's in its correct place on the FOE position, and then do right, left. If I say R, it means turn the UR. B means UL. L means UL, so B means UV. And then F means UF. Now I'm going to go to this algorithm. Right, left, back, left, back, right, back, left, back, left. And that should solve it. If it doesn't, then do the algorithm again, and that should fix it. If you've got no corners in the correct place, then what you have to do is just, no matter how you hold it, do the algorithm, and then you should get 1, and then you have to hold that one corner on the FLU position and do the algorithm again, and that should solve it. If it doesn't, then repeat the algorithm. If you've got 4, skip step 5. And now that's all the cases you will get in step 5. Step 5 is complete. Here we are at step 6. To solve step 6, you have to orient the last corners, and that is the last step. So, if you've got no corners correctly oriented, then no matter how you hold it, and then do the algorithm. If you've got 2 oranges facing you, both oranges of the corners, so right, left, back, sorry that's phone ring, left, back, right, back, left, back, left. Oh, sorry. I got mixed up with the algorithm. So that was the wrong algorithm. The right algorithm, sorry, I have to do the algorithm again. And mix it up a little. There we go. Now, the algorithm is left, right, back, left, right, front, left, right, back, left, right, front. And that should fix 2 of the corners, and then you turn round and then do the same algorithm. Left, right, back, left, right, front, left, right, back, left, right, front. And that should solve your curvy copter. If you've got one orange on the left and 1 orange on the right, then do the reverse of the algorithm, which is front, right, left, back, right, left, front, right, left, back, right, left. The next case is when you've got 3 corners, is when you've got 1 corner oriented and 3 of them need to all cycle clockwise. If they need to cycle clockwise, do the algorithm. Left, back, right, front 6 times. And also, if you've got counterclockwise corners, then you do front, right, back, left. And that should fix your curvy copter. Thanks for watching.